Hi there, it's Mr. Lonergan, and I want to talk to you a little bit about grid-in problems. Grid-ins are really annoying. They give you this little grid, and instead of having to choose an answer, A, B, C, D, or E, you have to write your answer there and then bubble the digits to go along with it. It's kind of the worst of both worlds. It's still computer graded and you have to bubble, but they don't give you choices to work backwards from. There is one good thing about grid-ins, and that is that there is no penalty for guessing. You don't lose any points if you take a guess, and so that is why whenever you see a grid-in, even if you have no time to solve it, it's a good idea to make a reasonable guess. Well, let's see what a reasonable number might be. There's some rules here. Feel free to pause and read through these rules. Some of the highlights are that you can use fractions or decimals, your choice. You should always start at the far left. You may lop off or round decimals. I'll explain that more in a second. And that your answers are always going to be positive and always going to be numbers. There will be, it's set up here, no square root signs, no variables, no funny business in your answers. So, if you know all those facts, maybe a grid-in won't be too bad. Let's take a look at two examples together. This first one has a question. There's 8 green marbles and 1 yellow marble in a bag. If Nancy reaches in and pulls out 1 marble at random, what is the probability that she'll get a green marble? Well, there's 9 marbles total, and there are 8 of them that are green. So my rules of probability say I want to do my desired outcome, which is 8, over all my possible outcomes, which is 9. So my correct answer is 8 over 9. You can see the example here. They write it as 8 and then use the fraction bar over 9 and then bubble in 8 over 9, or 8 divided by 9. But if you had used a calculator, you might have also come up with 8 divided by 9, which equals 0.8888 repeating. And here's where it says about lopping. You can either just lop that off by writing it as decimal point 888.888, or I can round it as 0.889. Both of those are acceptable answers. So when I go to turn this SAT question in, there's going to be 3 answers that give me credit for a right answer. This one, or this one, or this one. Let's see if we can try one more example together. If x minus y equals -6, then y is how much greater than 6? Well, let me think about some algebra. I want to get y by itself on both sides. I get x equals y minus 6. Here's where I always get confused. Does that mean x is 6 bigger than y? Or that y is 6 bigger than x? It doesn't matter, because I'm going to remember that my answer is always positive. So the difference between them, how much greater is y than x? The correct answer is 6. So I'm going to put a 6, and I think I can put it here or here. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and put it right there and bubble in my answer for 6. Keep going and enjoy the grid-ins.